Hey there, folks. This is just Scooby, and I wanted to jump in with a quick editor's note for this episode. On today's episode of The Feedback, we reference the song I Am Every Woman, and Steven and I probably both refer to it as being by Whitney Houston, which is true, but we want to give credit to the original artist, Shaka Khan, just because we know that this sort of error isn't exactly acceptable. Anyways, thanks for listening to today's episode, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye. Hello, everyone. This is Scooby.
And I'm Steven. Welcome back to another episode of The Feedback, where we're just two guys talking to each other about songs that we may or may not have any experience in at all, trying to share it with you, and the fun of reviewing the songs and how it makes us feel together. And getting lost along the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of meandering and a lot of I don't know how we got here, but that's where we end up sometimes.
Yeah, so buckle up and get ready, because wherever we're going to next is a surprise for me, and if you didn't read the episode, maybe it's a surprise for you, too.
Yeah. So on one of our last episodes, not the last one, I'm assuming I'm going to be releasing these chronologically speaking, but we talked about some Midwest emo, and you said, "Oh, we should definitely do a Midwest emo song before you lose." You didn't say lose your passion for it, but I go on those genre kicks where this is the only genre I'm listening to right now,
Yeah, it's all that sounds good to
etc.
you. I get that.
I have decided to pick a Wemo song, as we called it, a Midwest emo song. And my choice for today is a track by the band The Hotelier.
Ooh, I don't know them.
The album is called Home Like No Place Is There.
Very Muimo.
This is like, yeah, this is like a top tier album for me. 10 out of 10. I don't know if it's Desert Island tier, but it's close if it's not there. This album came out in 2014, and the song I have chosen is actually called An Introduction to the Album, which is the first track on the album. It kind of wouldn't make sense if it wasn't.
Not at all.
Just the closer, An Introduction to the Album. But this album came out in 2014. It was their second album. I don't remember what the first one was called, but this was kind of a departure in their sound. Their first album was kind of more like alt indie,
Okay.
and this album really made that switch into the emo type sound.
Okay, cool.
And I actually have a quote here from lead singer and I believe bassist Christian Holden, which I found really interesting. This is a quote from, I believe, his Tumblr from right back around when the album came out. Yes, Tumblr. Tumblr's still around anyways. Who cares?
You're not dating yourself. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, quote. Our new album deals with some real dark stuff. So to all my brooding and slightly damaged friends, have your happy album or Rugrats in Paris nearby. It's partly about my experience with friends and loved ones in the past 3 years, which are very complicated, toxic, and abusive. But laid within is a lot about the deconstruction of self for personal growth and transformation. I hope it helps you live and stuff. Apparently, we're emo now.
I like that a lot. That's fun.
Yeah, like, it's a very serious sort of statement about, what the album contains, but it's also got that, like, little tongue-in-cheek of,
Yeah.
we're aware of it, but we want this to help you feel better. And we're emo now, I guess. It's a dark album, but hopefully it helps some people.
Yeah.
Which,
No, I'm all for that.
for me, that's definitely the vibe it gives me. A lot of the songs really deal with some heavy subject matter.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that they're even addressing it before it comes out, so you know that it's happening. Because if you heard
Yeah,
their last album, you might not be expecting this. But hey, like you said, we're addressing that this is what it's going through. We know people are going through stuff. We hope we help you with some of that stuff and some consent. Like that's great. Throwback to mental health and making sure that you get yourself looked at and tell a friend and asks for help. Don't be afraid.
yeah. Always check in on your friends. It means more than you know. Even if they're like, yeah, I'm fine. Just the fact that
Hey,
you ask means a lot.
exactly.
All right, so if you don't have any more thoughts, I think we can jump into the song and then I'd like to know your thoughts on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to go for some Midwest emo always. You know that.
Here we go.
Open the curtains, singing birds, tell me tear the buildings down. You felt blessed to receive their pleasant sound. Things that break make you cringe inside yourself. There's a child counting stars in their time out of their day. In the corners of their frame, they're encased in the losing of a grain of themselves, pushed against the element. Wave goodbye and watch it go. Will show me the honest, proper way. Disarm predatory gaze, sucking dry, never satiated. You've been misused, been rewired. You're short circuiting now. Just remember when you call me to come, take a deep breath and then jump. So fragile our bodies, stuck in cave, working self-destructive ways. You shot from the hip and missed, detaching from all of this. In physical pictures, you remain, spiral round yourself and figure eight. I recoil at every new beginning. I searched for a way out, don't we all? Existential recall, turning on all dichotomies and truths that I gave. I felt wrong in many ways, didn't heal, just got harder every day. To be still, to be passing through the throes in a daze, feeling heavy, feeling cold in my skin, in my hand-me-downs, when everything then and the privilege you gave didn't do anything. I just slept for years on end. Well, so if I call, should I beg? 'Cause I'm desperate here, 'cause I'm stuck from the air. I can't seem to burn bright and I'm cold and I'm left alone. We're all alone now, we're home. Now I say goodnight. What the fuck do I know? Had a chance to get stuck something beautiful and I chose. I chose.
Okay.
That was awesome. I really liked that a lot. There was a lot of complexity to what they were going on through and talking about, which I think was fun. I think it's very on par with like that Midwest emo vibe. There's more like more well-spoken lyrics, more meaning to them too, more poetry to the writing, I guess you could say. That's because I remember having a conversation. I'm already distracting myself, but someone was asking me like what makes Midwest emo versus emo, right? And I don't know that if there is an actual explanation what it means somewhere.
Right.
But to me, it's that. So the emo side of it is that there's those the emo music that you and I grew up with and know is the very angry, angsty emo music where it's just like lots of raw emotion, lots of raw music. The Midwest emo movement is more like the what you're singing about has a lot going on, but that it doesn't always have to match the complexity of the song, and then sometimes it does. And I think that's what's a lot of fun about the Midwest emo genre is that you're gonna get, and you hear it here. There's a really nice instrumental bridge right there before that final verse came up, where it was just like that nice. It had a good aggressive build. It kind of kept going harder and harder as it kept going up, and it was a lot of fun to hear that. And I was a fan of the way that it had that progression and the way that it moved in that direction was a lot of fun for me. Plus, it was just really he has a really good voice for that,
Yeah.
right? Like he has that like it wasn't strained, but it sounded like it was because of what he was talking about. Like it seemed intentional to have that, and it was definitely like. And you can tell me because I haven't heard anything else by them that I can say for certain, but I do know that like you can tell me whether or not that sound carries on purpose or not, or if it doesn't carry on at all to like the next song.
Oh, it definitely does. He has a very plaintive and earnest voice,
Gotcha.
like very passionate. I think is a good word for it.
Absolutely, and you can feel that in the way that he's singing it too, which is really nice because like he's very much completely enthralled with what he's doing, right? And that's a good thing. You want to hear that from a band. You want to hear that from a musician, especially someone that made the post that you said about the very deep, meaningful album coming out, and oh, by the way, we're emo now, right? Like
Yeah.
that just seemed perfect for that. Like there's that drive and that passion in there. You're pouring your heart into what you're singing about, and it's coming through in your direct recordings, which is exactly what you want to do when you're doing something like that.
I think for me, musically speaking and lyrically speaking, part of what makes this song so powerful is, again, it builds throughout the entire thing. We sort of had this discussion in one of our past episodes with the song Wait by Jacob Zaiteki that I picked,
Mm-hmm.
where you can feel the anticipation building in this song. And similar to the other track, it does kind of do that false crescendo almost, where it's building and you're waiting for that gut punch to happen. You're anticipating it.
Yes.
And here in this song, they go to that, like you said, that instrumental bridge where it kind of brings the song back down and has that gentle moment before they go into another verse, building up to that final passage of the song where the distortion kicks in and everything.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a weird aside, but something, and I'm sure, I don't know if it's intentional. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But there's that off mic moment right before the distortion kicks in where he's singing the verse, and then off mic, you just hear him go, fuck! And then the distortion kicks in, and you're like, oh. Again, that's one of those things where I'm not sure if that was intentional or if it was just one of those things where he's feeling it so much that just came out of him, and you're like, well, that's just an organic moment that we captured.
It definitely feels raw. Like you can't. I don't know that. I mean, you can put so much emotion into things and things of that nature, but when he finally put all those together and this recording was happening, and I'm sure it could have happened for, if not every time that he does perform it, at least the first couple dozen times that they performed it, you would say that he was going through those. Like, you don't write lyrics like that if you're not actually feeling this way about a certain thing, right? Like he's definitely going through some pain, and we can dissect that too if we wanted to, and just you know the same things that we talk about with emo a lot, the distaste with the way things are going in their life and how they view the world, and then that extreme like fuck, like that was like maybe that was the first time that it actually kind of came out of them, because they said the pills that you gave didn't do anything. I slept for years on end. So like you gave me medicine to try to make me feel better. It didn't make me feel better. I just slept all the time. I didn't feel better. I was just asleep. I mean, sure that's better than going through the pain, but like I also want to live life and sleeping isn't living life. So like fuck. Like I could yeah, you know what I mean? Like when you're getting that out of your body and you're finally saying it, I don't know, that kind of feels like it just came from within, you know?
Yeah.
You can't script
Yeah.
that.
Right. And like I don't think we've really done a big deep dive on lyrics on any of our songs yet that we've picked,
Mm-mm.
but this is definitely one where we're not even dissecting it, but you can just pick up on things that he says throughout the song and think
Absolutely.
like, oof, there's a lot going on here.
The one thing that I did to make sure I was hearing correctly, because I don't want to seem like a savant, I muted myself while we were listening to the song and I pulled up the lyrics so I can read along to make sure I wasn't missing what he was saying,
Yeah.
which was also good for me because I was able to call back on that exact moment. Because as you said, like you can just pull certain parts out of this and talk about it and be like, wow, even as like three sentences, that's a lot to dissect. And
Yeah.
it's in a song with another couple of those too. Like shit. It's nice.
Yeah.
And what's funny to me too is I don't know, maybe if this is intentional, because as you said before, like they didn't do this on their first album. This is a new sound for them, kind of. This is at least their first recorded iteration of this kind of album and this kind of feeling and all that. So an introduction to the album to me feels more like we said it before, but I don't know a better way to say it is tongue in cheek. Like they're saying, like, yeah, you know, this is what you're in store for. This isn't necessarily an introduction, as in like a 30-second interlude, right? It's an introduction to the album. Like, hello, this is home. Like, no place there is. Nice to meet you. Get ready for like 10 more tracks, because this is just the tip of
Yeah.
the iceberg.
Yeah. And like I can tell you for certain, it doesn't let up from here. The entire album has this vi- very like raw quality to it, and not even in terms of productions, but yeah, in terms of lyrical content and emotion and all of that,
Yeah,
which as we've kind of gotten into is one of the hallmarks of Midwest emo. A lot of times this sort of vocal quality that the singer here has, Christian Holden, is something you will hear in a lot of other bands of this genre. Just that sort of very plaintive, like harsh shouting. It's not vocal fry. It's not a harsh vocal
mm-mm.
in terms of a metal style, but just that you can hear the effort that they're putting into their vocals just to shove out as much emotion as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said before when we were talking, when we listened to I think that was the last episode, if we are doing chronological, as you said, where we had you said you compared it to Admit It from Say Anything.
Yes.
The same idea, right? You're still having that, you're pushing yourself to that extreme, like you want to get up and go, you want to incite a riot. As
Yeah.
I said with LAX, with Big D and the Kids Table. But yeah, like it has that, your aggression is there, but not for the wrong reasons. It's aggressive, but that's because, and it's raw, and it's just like you're pushing all of that out of you because you have every bit of emotion in that, like that moment, in that, yeah, you're almost like, I don't want to say it in like but like it's, they're transcending, right? Like they're healing through their own feelings right now
Yeah.
as they go through it and scream it. And as a perfect quote from that, from the singer on Tumblr, was that we hope it helps you too. Like they're obviously trying to heal through this, and it's nice. You can hear it, you can feel it, right? Like it comes back to it, kind of a thing. It's nice to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think the exact quote was, "We hope it helps you live and stuff." Like,
Exactly.
yeah, and you know, I'm thinking of a lot of other bands like in this style where they just that sort of vocal quality. Of course, there's the Hotelier, but you know, a band that you and I really enjoy, Tiny Moving Parts. That
Yeah.
singer, very much the same style where you could hear the strain in his voice when he sings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully it's controlled enough to the point where it's not doing any damage, but you could still hear it. And bands like Tiger's Jaw. Oh, I had another one. It's gone. Oh well. Those two examples will do for now.
They're great examples too. But yeah, no, I can agree with that absolutely.
One of the other hallmarks of Midwest emo, and again, like you said, there's really no hard lines that you can draw that are like, this is Midwest emo and this isn't.
Right.
It's just kind of like a feeling, I guess, but a lot of times Midwest emo will definitely have that more twinkly guitar sound, more ethereal is a word I like to use.
Oh, that's a good one. I was gonna say the big thing for me is I like to say that some of their setups for breakdowns aren't actually breakdowns. They're just an excuse to play melodic, and they do. And like
Yeah.
it's not like it's bad. It's not bad sounding, but like it's more of like that. This kid can definitely play a 12-string guitar, but he's only using an 8 because he didn't have time.
Yeah.
Or he had to use 8 because the 12 string kept breaking, like you were saying before. Like they're very talented and they're playing all over they're traveling the entire body of that guitar. They're not letting any part go down, and like it's good. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm not saying it in like a bad way at all if it sounds that way, but yeah, like I'm a big fan of how they kind of explore and kind of play more into it too. They make it more of like a, I don't know the best word to say it, but it's more than what you'd expect to hear, right?
Yeah, and the thing with a lot of these bands too is they will definitely play around with their tunings. Not to get too much into music theory, but I learned how to play this song just because I think it's a beautiful song and I really like it. And I was like, this would be a good song to learn how to play, and it's in a funky tuning. Four of the strings are a half step down. One of the strings is a half step up, and I think it's the G string is just nope, leave that as it is. And it's like, how do you? I know there's obviously musical theory behind it, but like, how do you come up with this?
Right, like
You know what I mean?
what were you thinking, and how did you, and why did you? I mean, I like it,
Like
but
how?
like,
Yeah, like how did you come up with this? And like, it's actually like a simple song to play, really. But then you'll look at something like, again, Tiny Moving Parts, where they're very math rock oriented as well as emo. And I don't know how that dude can play those like complex tapping riffs that he plays and also sing the way he does. It's actually extremely impressive.
no, absolutely, I agree with that for sure. Because just being able to do one of those things that way that they do it is pretty impressive. Like you wouldn't expect them to be able to do both of those things, right? Like,
Yeah.
all right, man, calm down, okay? You don't have to do everything. We're a band, remember?
Yeah. There are definitely some people like that, like fucking Claudio Sanchez. I'm like, how do you exist? But I digress.
We can talk on and on and on for those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's an episode in itself.
Yeah.
Oh man, the one thing that I've always, this is a little bit of like a Midwest emo tangent here, but the one thing I've always kind of wanted to set to a Midwest emo song was I don't know how familiar you are with it, but there's the recording of this girl that gets picked up from work, and all she's doing is screaming into the back seat about how hungry she is. She goes, I don't know what's so fucking funny. I haven't eaten all day. What have you had, Ian? I've had nothing. Nothing. Like, I want that to have a Midwest emo background.
I could give it a shot. I would do it. I love those videos, man, where you see them taking like, sometimes it's like clips from like SpongeBob or like The Office.
Yes.
But then they put that twinkly Midwest emo guitar underneath, and you're like, why am I tearing up? That's not, what?
I agree, and it's probably my favorite part about it, and maybe that's what put me into like listening to the Midwest emo was hearing that style of music being played on that kind of side, and like seeing it being like, man, this is so beautiful, doesn't matter what's going on around it. I just want to hear the track. Like, I can be laughing at the stupidity of what's happening because it's an episode of The Office, but then there's just like this like deep, rich song that makes you feel so much. Like, these lyrics have nothing to do with the way that this song makes me feel, but they're together, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
And that's Midwest emo in a nutshell.
it is. Oh, maybe one of these days we'll do like a compilation of those because some of them are really good.
They are. They are.
But some of my personal favorites are the guy talking about how he sits down to pee and that he doesn't think it's a crime.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with those ones, but I definitely need to see them now.
There's that one, and then I can't. There was another one that I was thinking of that it slipped my mind. But they're all in that same vein.
They're great. They are great. I think
I remember. It was a guy talking about how he got banana bread at work and how he was so excited about it.
I think I know what that one is, and I agree. That is a very good Midwest emo song.
My mom always said that if I just wait, the good things will come to me. And now I got banana bread at work. Hell yeah!
Yes. And like the whole time it's like building up at that. Yes. That's how you know how much you liked it. You can quote the meme
Yes.
word for word. I mean, I did it before too, so I'm just as guilty. But that one, there are just some that exist in this world. Like they're like songs. they're so perfect. You need to hold on to them.
It's true.
Oh man, but back to Hotelier.
Yes.
And an introduction to the album, as it is so aptly named. It is definitely a great song. I'm very excited to hear more of this album, especially because I know that you've shared at least one song before from them off of this. You had to have.
Yes.
Because I know
and
that...
I can tell you what song it probably is because this is my second favorite song from the album.
Which is the first favorite?
The first one is called Housebroken.
Okay.
And it is... I think it's lyrically genius. It's kind of on the nose, like, very heavy-handed with the metaphor, but it's comparing being an abused animal to being in a relationship. You're housebroken.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say on it, but
no, fair, yeah.
It's a song that definitely gives me the feels.
Right. No, I can see that for sure, and I definitely will check that out next, because... Like I said, I'm definitely going to listen to this whole album, but I'll put that song on next, and then I'll listen to it from front to back, unless it's track 2, and then I'll still just listen front to back.
No, I think it's like 8.
Okay, I'll jump to that one, give it a listen, and then I'll listen to it front to back just to see what it sounds like as a whole, and maybe I'll check out more of their stuff too. Maybe I'll go on a whole discography.
Yeah, they only have one more album after this, actually.
Okay.
And I think they're just inactive right now. I don't think they're broken up. They're just kind of not doing anything.
Is this one of those things where we have to like write them a letter and say we really liked your first album, or we really liked your second album and your third album? Can you write a fourth, please? Your first album's good too. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Love you.
It's all good. I enjoy all of it. Love you. Mean it.
Just seal it with a kiss.
Yeah.
That's how you quickly get on a list, not actually get an album.
Yeah.
And then they'll never make music again and you ruined it for everybody. So let's hold back on that last part. We'll just send a nicely worded letter of how much we appreciate them. We'll leave out the love.
Please make more music. The end.
Your fans, all of us, we all wrote this together.
Yes. They're all co-signed.
It'll be like I'm blanking on her name right now, and you're gonna tell me in a minute, but it's like I Am Every Woman. They're all in me.
I'm drawing a blank too, but
Whitney Houston.
Oh yes, okay. There you go.
I am every woman. They are all in me. So I am every fan. They are all in me. Just sign it.
Within me is contained multitudes.
Oh man. I'm really glad we hit the Midwest emo though. I'm a big fan, as you know. Especially Time Moving Parts, and now obviously this band as well, and anything I've ever heard Midwest emo ever.
Yeah, I mean I have more on the list, so we'll come back around to it again.
Good,
for certain.
Good. I'm sure I'll bring some into it eventually too if I get too impatient with your list and not being able to pick it fast enough. Oh man, but I think I think that was a good episode on the Hotelier, the album Home Like No Place There Is. Home Like No Place Is There. Sorry. Oof.
There you go.
Little
The
dyslexic.
dyslexia got you. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've heard that an introduction to the album, and then your favorite again was Housebroken?
Housebroken.
Yes.
Yep.
Your favorite Housebroken, so I'll check that out next. And this one, actually, I will say this is one of the first ones that we've listened to that there is no music video for. It is just the song being played over the album cover, so that is one that you don't have to worry yourself about trying to find. You can just listen to it here with us this time. And I'll make sure that we continue to note that on any episode that we record in the future if there isn't a music video for it.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
But yeah, I think that's everything for me.
Yeah, I think I'm good as well. So
Cool. Well, thanks for coming back again, guys. Appreciate it. See you again soon.
Yep. Make sure to do all the social media things that would allow a burgeoning young podcast to grow.
Absolutely.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. That's the big one.
Biggest one there is.
That's
right, because important, long-winded information and ADHD don't mix. But I hope if you've made it to this point, you like what Scoobs and I are doing, and hopefully you like it so much you want to shout it from the top of a mountain. But it would be a whole lot more helpful if you told your friends about us instead. Word of mouth or listening with someone is our favorite, but social media is also great, and you can interact with us there too. So please come by our Instagram, Blue Sky, or Facebook, where you can find us as The Feedback, or on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter /X, at @thefeedback_PC, to see what's coming next, suggest a song, talk about our latest episode, or just talk about anything. Wink.
wink. And I mentioned this last episode, but we will, in future, I'm sure, be open to song suggestions as well. If you got them, let them fly, I guess.
Yeah, send it to us. Send suggestions our way on any of the platforms that you see us on. Be like, hey, it'd be cool if you played this song. Or, hey, I really like this song. And the more we see it, the more likely we are to pick it.
Correct.
We can even do a fan suggestion list and put anything that gets submitted into a area and then random draw.
Yeah. RNG, baby.
Yeah. You've heard it here first. Don't take that idea, anybody.
TM.
All right. Well, yeah. Have a good one, guys.
Yep. Thanks for listening, and join us next time for whatever we dig up next. Goodbye.
The only time my fiance has ever been critical is this last episode because it was about Brand New, and that's like her favorite band. And she's like,
Oh, okay.
well, you forgot things like this, and you could have said something about this, and I kind of wish you talked to me and got some more notes that you could have put into the show for that episode. I was like, you know what, you're right, and they should have. Absolutely.
That's on me.
It is. Also, don't put that in the episode, into the B-roll.
Yeah.
Have you successfully relieved yourself and feel prepared and ready to go?
Yes, the bladder is currently empty.
Time to fill her back up.
I got water.
They started talking to the left ear, and I only heard it on my left channel, and I was like, oh, this is strange. Oh, I don't like it. And I got like chills from like my neck all the way down my back, and I'm like, this is not fun. I don't like this. Get out of here. But yeah, apparently there's people that just go to live streams of people doing ASMR, and it's not just like the babbling brook took a beautiful day today. It's just like people like
Oh yeah,
like
just
left
like
and right
making
ear.
mouth sounds and like they'll just be like they'll grab a comb and be like,
that's so strange.
and people are like, ooh yeah, it gives me the tingles.
I don't want the tingles. Why does somebody want the tingles?
Stop! I don't want no tingles, please.
Bad.
Gotta get a soundboard with like toilet flushing and fart sounds.
What are we,
Actually,
Ezra in the douche?
I mean, actually, I have some like buttons around my desk that I can just be like, oh shit.
What was that?
That's my GG button.
Oh.
I bought that for when I was playing StarCraft competitively and watching StarCraft, so every time a game ended...
That's funny. I like that.